Good morning everyone, this is Matthias and this is a video response to Chloe's latest video about things that she will miss when she eventually has to leave Japan and return to Thailand or wherever she will end up going. I wrote up a very simple list of 4 things which I will miss when I leave Japan. I'm here until the end of September this year. Okay, number 1 on my list, someone who's from Perth, Western Australia. Anyone who's watching from that area will understand. First and foremost thing is the shopping hours. In Perth, most shops close at 5:30 usually. Some stay open till 6. You'll be very hard pressed to find a shop that's open till 6. On Thursday nights, shops are open outside of the central business district until 9 o'clock, and on Fridays, the reverse. The shops in the CBD are open until 9 p.m. But otherwise, all shops except for the so-called independent chain, which charge more for their groceries, etc. They all close at 5:30, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand how that system is still in place. But anyway, in Japan, grocery stores, well, Jasco anyway, is open until 11 p.m. or here in Sapporo, that's the case anyway. Every single day of the week, regardless of Nenjumikyu, as they say here in Japan. So it's very strange being able to do my grocery shopping at 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. So that's one thing I will miss. And number 2, I will miss Sapporo and Hokkaido. I haven't regrettably been able to travel as much as I like to around Hokkaido due to my studies. But Sapporo I've had a chance to see quite a bit of, and it's one of my favorite cities out of the cities that I've been to in Japan. It's not Inaka at all. It's the 5th biggest city in Japan. Roads are much wider than in most other parts of Japan, or wider than the roads in Honshu anyway. And it's just a much more, like, the feeling, the atmosphere in Sapporo is much more laid back than places like Tokyo, Osaka, God forbid Tokyo, but Osaka, Kyoto, for example. Now, Kyoto's a bit different, but Osaka and Tokyo anyway, and Yokohama, it's much more relaxed. It still goes bustle and it's lifestyle and stuff. If you go to Tsukino, you'll know what I mean. But I'll definitely miss that. And about Hokkaido, yes, I haven't really seen that much, unfortunately, but what I have seen, going on the train to Shinchitose airport, it reminds me a lot of Sweden, actually, because there's so much land here which isn't really cultivated up here in Hokkaido. There are a lot of forests, beautiful forests, and yeah, you won't find those in Honshu. No, absolutely not. Number 3, I got my little list written down. So, being immersed in the language and culture. I will miss, well, being immersed in the language, first off. I will miss that because, well, I'm going to move to Sweden, and I hope to get a job as a professor's assistant at Stockholm University, so I can further my research of modern Japanese history, or specifically World War II. I will try to maintain or even improve my Japanese ability by doing that, but it's going to be much, much harder than if I were to just stay here and do my master's here. It's just being immersed in the language, like just looking around my room, just about everything is written in Japanese. When I move to Sweden, everything's going to be written in Swedish. TV, half the crap is going to be in English, and I'm going to have to make much more of an effort to be immersed in the language than I am now, because, you know, I'm in Japan, everything's in Japanese, and people aren't fantastic at English here. I mean, not that I'm here to speak English anyway, but yeah, that's just being immersed in the language just allows it just helps you to get further in your Japanese language studies. Yes, and then the culture. The culture here is very very different to Australia, Sweden, etc. I will miss it simply because it's different, and different things arouse curiosity in humans, and curiosity is the basis of knowledge. So there's so many, even though there are certain things which I could never really get used to here. I can't really think of any right now, but just how things here are different and how those customs are tied into history, which I'm very interested in, which I've studied quite a bit until now. I'm rambling, so I'll stop at that point. But yeah, I will miss Japanese culture. And number 4, cheap Japanese books. There's a big second-hand chain here in Japan called Book Off, where you can get books which are second-hand for 105 yen, which is in Australian dollars about $1.15. $1.15. So a whole Japanese book, like what's an example? Don't want my bookcase to crumble. There we go. I got this in Australia, but for example, a book like this. This is an old book, Inochi Narikeri. So it was life, you could say. And just a book like this, old, but 630-ish pages of knowledge written in Japanese for 105 yen. I mean, books, if you want to get good at Japanese, once your language ability is at the required level, books are an invaluable source. Books, I find them better than watching videos and such, because you have to read the characters and such. I find studying by watching videos, etc., is not really that effective, because that's passive learning. For me, I like writing things, because that you have to think about what you're doing. And okay, so those are my 4 things. And sorry for uploading my webcam, but I've got quite a few things to do today. So yeah, I look forward to watching the other video responses. Okay, thank you.